My name is Rene Kamstra, and I'm really excited to talk to you today about the fact that body language actually speaks louder than words. And so what do I mean with that? Have you ever thought about it, that if you see somebody stand somewhere and they look like a slob and they stand hunched over like this, that speaks to you. You totally know what is going on for them, right? You might think, oh wow, they are sad, or oh wow, they just don't have any confidence. Or you might have walked into a room and you met new people and there was just something that told you, I don't like this person. Well, that all comes from body language. It is you making an assumption, so to speak, judge the book by its cover and not really knowing them, and you don't even know why. So let me tell a very interesting story. There was a big meeting that was scheduled between President Gorbachev and President Reagan, and at some point they needed to really agree on things like war defense, right, where they were talking about all these rockets. So he went to Russia, President Reagan. He got out of his car in his beautiful suit, stood up straight, and was waiting in the cold street without even a coat on for President Gorbachev to arrive. And these are words from President Gorbachev. When he arrived in his car and he saw how President Reagan was standing there in his stature, beautifully aligned, great posture, just like a superstar movie actor, right? That's when he already knew that this was going to be a good conversation and that President Reagan was going to win this conversation. Isn't that interesting? That came from the Russian president. He knew that Reagan was going to get what he wanted. So I really urge you, if there's something that you want, so let's say you want to go for a work, what you want to do is dress for the part before you even have it. Because if you dress for the part, people might see you as that part. They might not prejudge you and put you in a cave or in a little box because, well, you look like a slob, so you might not fit into the manager role. So if that's the role that you want, dress for it beforehand so that you can grow into that role. So let me tell you about another one. We were actually at a speaking event, and there was this speaker that came that actually climbed out of his car, threw his gum out, he actually spat whatever was in his mouth out. And a few of us saw him do that. Well, you know what? If you're going to be on stage with 500 people and many of those people see you spit in the outside just before you come into the room, that might not set the example for students to get what they want. So always remember these words. You want to act and you want to look the part that you want to be. So whatever we put out is what we're going to get back. So that's literally how it works with body language as well. I hope that you got a really good value out of this today. And if you did, please subscribe to our channel. You're going to get great tidbits all the time. And then, apart from subscribing to the channel, share this information, because the more shares we get, the more people will learn about this, and the more we will build confidence and people will realize body language speaks much louder than words.